This is your Monex Metals Market Update with Mike Maroney.
Good afternoon. It's Monday, July 30th. My name is Mike Maroney, and I am coming to you today from the Monex Precious Metals studio. Let's do our week in preview. Now, first of all, what we need to do is talk a little bit about last week's announcement, as the GDP number, which some people thought could be as high as 5%, was released at 4.2%, a very strong growth number. The only time we've seen a number higher than this in the last decade was back in 2014, when we breached 5% in the second quarter. But obviously that 4.2% number in most people's eyes is very strong. And the dollar did rally off that news, trading as high as 95 and change. Since that point, what we've actually seen is selling in the tech sector and stocks. And this has pushed the dollar back to the downside, as many people believe that some of the international money that has flowed into the U.S. stock market may start to look for another home if the tech sector and the S&P 500 is starting to peak at this point. But we'll have to see what happens with the Fed this week, as on Wednesday, they are expected to raise another 1/4 point, and they're still expected to do an additional 1/4 point before the year is out. Now, if this announcement on Wednesday comes through, most people will be watching for the statement after the announcement to see if the Fed actually remains hawkish, or if potentially they're going to act a little bit more dovish after our president's statement last week that the Federal Reserve was being a little bit too aggressive as far as rate hikes were concerned. Now, if you look at the dollar, in the beginning of last year, the dollar was trading as high as 103. It pulled all the way back down to 88. And since the beginning of the year, it has rallied from 88 to a high of 95.60. The key right now for the precious metals will be, will the dollar take out that 95.60 area and continue to move higher and potentially push gold lower? Or will the 94.27 support area be breached to the downside? And if that takes place, the recent lows in gold at 12.10 and in silver at 15.24 will most likely hold strong, and we will see a move back to the upside. So Wednesday's announcement will be absolutely key. But in the long term, if you think about what's happening as far as the dollar is concerned, and you think about the fact that we have $21 trillion worth of debt, we're going to spend $850 billion additional this year, and next year's deficit and the year after's deficit is expected to be well over $1 trillion. It's no wonder that many people believe that the dollar is a fatally flawed currency that will inevitably take out its long-term lows down around 72. Now, if that's the case, one of the best places for some of your money would be in the precious metals markets. So give us a call so we can discuss how precious metals fit into your individual portfolio. Thank you.